Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome to the 2024 AVP Manhattan Beach Open, or what you may just see as MBO, or Mayhem in Manhattan. I'm Rob Sparrow of the Victoria Dennis, and we have got yet another good one courtside. I mean, it's all exciting here on Championship Saturday. We've got Cory, and Alison, or Alison Cerutti, taking on Bourne, and Ryan Wilcox. And let Vic take over from here, talk about our matchup.
Yeah, so an elimination match here on court number one. We just had Bourne and Wilcox a couple matches ago. They lost to Cook and Caldwell and found themselves here in the elimination bracket. Cory and Alison won their last game in the elimination bracket against Philo and Queckel, and it is do or die here south side of the Manhattan Beach Pier.
Bourne starting it off with a stuff on the overpass, and it's 1-0. Little nervous jitters to start off set number one. Again, this is an elimination match here on Survival Saturday. Alison, the woolly mammoth, and he is team 9 by Bourne.
A big stuff block from the native out of Honolulu, Hawaii, standing at 6'5", and a big presence at the net.
Ryan Wilcox going for it on the jump serve, but unfortunately goes into the net. Cory steps back to serve for the side at 1-2. Cory from Lincoln Memorial University, a little-known school in Tennessee, but believe me, he was on the highlight reels in D1-2 volleyball quite a bit. Knuckle pokey winner by Alison, drops inside the end line. Smart play.
Yeah, Cory, a very fun athlete to watch. Trains down at Coconut Beach in Louisiana, just outside of New Orleans there.
Cory going deep over towards Wilcox. Wilcox soon away, but the mammoth Alison puts it back on the stuff, 3-2.
Yes, Alison, native to Victoria, Brazil, stands at 6'8", and is a casual Olympian, one of the 20 competing here this weekend.
Low jump set, good pickup by Alison, good touch and go, and Alison is D9, but we got a net by Bourne after he shuts down Alison. Anticlimactic because of a great athletic effort by both and Alison. Alison, just a lot of human on the court.
Yes, a very big presence. Was in Tokyo in 2020, came in 5th place there. Was the highest finishing Brazilian team at the games. And I'm sure he is very excited for the women's team, Duda and Ana Patricia of Brazil, taking home gold.
Wilcox on the unforced attack air goes off the antenna and out of play. And Wilcox questioning the score, but it is 5-2. Bourne and Wilcox a little slow out of the gate here. starting it off with a lot of unforced errors. Cory listed at 6'3" from Metairie, Louisiana. Someone else comes from that hometown. That'd be Kristen Nuss. Try Bourne going for that cross-court rocket. 3-5.
Yeah, the great state of Louisiana having quite a few beach volleyball athletes making a name for themselves in those LSU Tigers, Rob. In NCAA volleyball, they're making waves there.
I agree, Vic. Try Bourne with a tough serve down the line. Alison goes to the soft nugger, Wilcox. And just winning out on the reach alone was Alison, and Wilcox gets up there, but when you're 6'8" and can jump, I don't think a whole lot of people can beat you.
No, Wilcox standing at 6'2" and is, I guess, the shorty here on the court at 6'2".
6 serving to 3. Alison going for that placement serve at area 4, misses just wide. Bourne made an aggressive step to try to get underneath, but wisely realized he is out of play. Wilcox, the 6'2" defender, as Vic was saying, from Honolulu, Hawaii, the former Gaucho. Cory going over on 2, and he hit that one hard with that southpaw swing.
Yeah, we love seeing that on-2 option play happening. We've seen it on the international side. We see it here stateside as well. And Cory and Alison run that play very, very well.
Great serve by Cory, but a broken play, and Alison there to clean up.
Yes, you don't want to have any tight sets or tight passes with Alison guarding the net there, first line of defense. He will reach across and grab that ball.
Yeah, I think Evan Cory's serve gets overlooked because he's a southpaw. That thing has a gnarly whip on it when he has pace. Good pass by Bourne. And Bourne just goes off the cable. Interesting because Alison pulled his hands back when, if he just pressed, he probably would have clamped down on that ball.
Yeah, he might have thought maybe take his hands away if they're aiming for them, but who knows?
5 looking at 8. Bourne going to that area 2 serve. Cory gets dirty and gets up. Another joust one out by the Mammoth. I call him the woolly mammoth because of facial hair.
Yeah, that's a good one. I've heard that one before. But again, those tight sets and tight passes right now from Wilcox and Bourne are probably part of the reason why Alison and Cory have a 4-point lead.
9 serving to 5. Second switch with Cory and Alison up here in set number 1. Go to that back set whip, and look at Wilcox send a souvenir into the crowd.
Good fast arm there from Wilcox, challenging, showing us that there is always more angle.
It's like a shoot set to the pin, indoor style. That thing was low and flat. Joust the net, and Bourne just wins with the off-speed roll by the block of Cerutti.
Bourne finally able to do that overpass shot back, saying we'll take one of those. But yeah, Rob, that's a great point about Wilcox coming in with that tempo. He ran that at UC Santa Barbara. He put up over 300 kills his senior year for his team, and he likes that quick tempo.
Evan Cory diving the angle is Wilcox. Wilcox blocked up top. Another joust. This someone out by Bourne, but good cover. And Cory going for the little hocus pocus Air Jordan look roll shot attack cross court. Definitely 110% effort, but goes out of play. He had to hurdle Alison, which again is a big human on the court, and keep that ball in play.
Yeah, Cory, an agile athlete, standing at 6'4". First started playing volleyball at 14.
And try Bourne applying the Bourne ultimatum this time.
Yeah, he sure did. Clamping down into that seam. Pay attention to his left hand when he's taking away that left side of the court. He makes sure that it's low and across the net into that seam, and his right hand in the face of the attacker. Unforced error there from Wilcox. Catching the top of the tape there on that serve.
Evan Cory back to the service line again. One of the indoor players that was one of the first All-Americans for Lincoln Memorial. Bourne knuckle pokey covered by Cory. Cory swings an overhand dig. Great spot by Wilcox, and pulling is Cory. Wilcox delivers a package FedEx down the line.
There you go, is that dig to convert from Wilcox that they needed right now. Wilcox with 4 digs on the ball game, so he's getting touches on the ball, but they need to keep finding ways to earn points out of those touches.
Ten serving at 10. Bourne, the 6'5" blocker from Honolulu, Hawaii. A little cross chop action by Cory, and Wilcox bounces it off the end line. Also off the block of Cory. 11-10 at the technical timeout. Turning up the heat here in set number 1, just in the last few points, Vic.
Yeah, Bourne and Wilcox at the moment batting .429 as a team. Cory, Alison hitting .250. So right now, Bourne and Wilcox being able to earn a couple points here in transition. 5 digs for Wilcox, 2 blocks for Bourne. So they're able to lock in that defense. Cory right now having 2 digs, but also reading the game really well at the moment. So it's only a 1-point ball game at this time, but can we see, I mean, the unforced errors really aren't too drastic, 2 apiece on each side. So it's just that batting percentage right now for Bourne and Wilcox, being able to find a couple more points attacking wise. But Cory and Alison, they're locked in on defense as well. I'd expect them to maybe see a little bit more of that on-2 option, but we'll have to see here in the second half.
Well, usually Cory and Alison are a high-octane offense, and they're all about thumping the ball whenever they can. They're only hitting .250 versus Bourne and Wilcox is .429 so far.
Yeah, and they want a piece of that prize money, right? We talked about it, and also a seat at the table for the AVP League that we'll continue to talk about. But Alison and Evan Cory right now coming in as the number 4th seed for the AVP League tracker. So they move up in points to be able to be a part of that AVP League draft. So Alison and Cory currently ranked 4th for that draft.
Bourne serves it into the net out of the timeout. So good, actually it was the technical timeout. He iced himself.
Yeah.
11 serving 11. Alison again listed at 6'8", but it's just a huge presence at the net. Little shoot set to the pin. Cory there in anticipation. Off the block, good pickup by Wilcox as it deflects. Kong block action. The Empire State Building is in Manhattan Beach because Kong is atop, swatting everything away.
It sure is. We saw it yesterday with Miles Evans, and now another defender, Evan Cory, saying, hey, I can do that too. Alison tipping his cap to that play.
No look bump set. Wilcox off of Cerutti, pulling off the net. Good looking play as Wilcox goes thumb down. 12-12. Wilcox only 4 kills, hitting 200. He's got a couple attack errors. Cerutti just taking out the net and driving it to the sand. He hits the ball so hard. It's like, get that cable out of my way.
Yeah, even with hitting the cable, we can hear that sand splash. But great quick hand down the line there from Alison, challenging that wide line.
Little off-speed spin picked up by Bourne. Good dig by Cory down the line. And he'll only had one thing in mind, and that was use, abuse, and leave them confused. Evan Cory swinging with a sideward motion off the block.
Yeah, volley IQ at its best right there. Also, I believe there was a net violation on Bourne, so doubling down on that point for Alison and Cory.
Cory off the cable. Oh my goodness. The SWAT patrol is in Manhattan Beach. Alison saying, oh, they get that stuff out of here.
He's saying, I've been seeing that, and I will execute on that SWAT block.
That wasn't just one hand, that was both hands. That was like the ultimate disgrace. And the jumps are missed just long, and the referee's gonna have to get off the stand for ball protocol and see if it's an ace or not. That's Dave Vandermeer or Vandy. Let's see what he comes up with as his decision. I think he's sticking with the out call. Oh, he's calling it an ace? Or is that from the switch?
It looks like that ball is,
I guess he called it
an ace.
16-12. Got Matt Laveau, our R2. Dave Vandermeer, the R1, as wisely taking the time out of the team of Tri Bourne and Ryan Wilcox. And for all you in the crowd zone, sorry for the media silence, but again, bandwidth is at an all-time high demand here on the beach, and nothing is refreshing, so I have no idea what you're saying unless Vic can see what's going on.
Let's see if I can pull it up on my computer to see what y'all are saying in the chat.
Over on court number 4, you have Chase Budinger and Miles Evans up 1-0 on Lev Prima and Dylan Marek. The only other court in action on the men's side, at least from the Contenders bracket view. But go ahead, Vic.
Yeah, what I want to know is, okay, we've set the teams of where the AVP League are going to compete. So we have Austin Aces. Who else do we have, Rob?
Dream.
Dallas Dream.
You have the Brooklyn
Blaze.
The New York Nitro.
San Diego Smash, LA Launch, Palm Beach Passion. And I want to throw to the chat, you guys can talk amongst yourselves, but what teams do you predict at which cities? So Palm Beach Passion, Miami Mayhem, Austin Aces.
Oh gosh, Alison just showing his athletic awareness. He came down off that block, off the spin shot from Tri, but was able to get a good stab behind it and actually deflected towards Cory. So I'm pretty sure we wouldn't be able to see that on the stream, but gosh, his reaction time off of that block was amazing. And he's one of the older gents out there, I'll have to say. High set by Cory, roll shot, and he strums the string. As you see him, you see Alison pointing to his ear, good call, good call. The TLC, turn, look, and call by Evan Cory, helping his partner.
Yeah, that's huge when you're able to get a call out for your partner when they're going up to attack. Yes, at this level, most athletes are able to look to see where they want to hit, but it always helps to have that extra confidence from your partner to hear them direct traffic out there on the court with you.
Wow, great float serve by Alison. Wilcox going cross body on the crush.
Great cross body swing. He contacted that ball at 12 o'clock and then finished his arm swing across his body, driving that ball to the sideline.
Wilcox back to serve, only his second event with partner Tri Bourne, and they're getting good results, so they're riding with it as he deals an ace on the deck.
What an ace there, first one on the ball game for Wilcox, driving it into that seam. Does a great job of leading himself with that toss.
High bump set in the middle. Cory taking it downtown. Wilcox stepped in and put in a fist, but you need more than one hand to dig that kind of heat.
Yeah, it looked like Wilcox was stepping towards the sideline and Cory taking advantage of that opportunity, swinging hard cross.
19 serving to 15. Good pace on that jump serve. Wilcox with the attack here. It gives us our first set point for Evan and Alison at the switch. Evan and Alison, the number 10 seed in our Manhattan Beach Open. Try and Ryan, the 12 seed. Set point, serving 15. Wilcox going high line and gets the winner out of the diving reach of Evan Cory.
Great.
16 set point.
Yeah, great vision there. Good hand-to-ball contact. Hitting the nose of that volleyball and finishing up on the forehead, snapping that ball so it falls in that corner.
Tri-board back to serve. 16 to set point number 2. Good placement serve. And Bourne with the stuffage at the outside.
Yeah, just taking away that space with his right hand. He was able to get in the line of approach of Cory there, clamping down on that angle.
17, serving to set point number 3. Overpass, and with a wind-up for the swing is Bourne taking out the one-timer.
Yeah, creating some big momentum here at the end of set number 1 and forcing a timeout from Alison and Cory. Avery being very aggressive from the service line.
So they're on a 4-point run now. What do you think the coach is telling Evan and Alison here as they sit next to us?
I'm thinking that Pompilio over there is saying, maybe just focus 1 point at a time on our side. I'm actually trying to eavesdrop and listen in to what he's saying right now. But it looks like they're talking about a couple defensive strategies in their dugout at the moment. So maybe we'll see a couple changes there on defense, whether they're blocking angle, blocking line, blocking ball. We'll see out of this timeout.
Well, you know they're not going to give anything up too easily here, because this is a definitely potent offensive team of Ryan Wilcox and Bourne. I think I said at the last broadcast, congratulations, Evan Cory is engaged to Savvy Simo, who happens to be playing right now on Stadium Court.
And it's a 3-setter versus Hughes and Chang.
So Bourne back to serve. This is 18, serving to set point number 4. Tough serve into that seam. Alison unloads for point and set number 1, going to the team of Cory and Alison. 21-18. Thoughts after 1 set of play, Vic?
Yeah, well, for me, it was transition plays for Cory and Alison. At the beginning of the first set, we saw a lot of overpasses, a lot of tight sets and tight passes from Bourne and Wilcox. Alison was able to take care of those, but a big push of momentum there at the end of the second set when Tri was just going back and ripping his jump serve, using it as his first line of attack. So it'll be interesting to see if there's a couple adjustments made here going into the second set.
Now, this is a lot tighter than it had been. There's some pretty big leads by Evan and Alison here in set number 1. But they had Tri and Ryan had some, they had their moments where they shine, but it's just not consistent.
Right, and they need that consistency, especially here at one of the biggest stages around the world. Jumping over back to center court, the 3-setter, Savvy Simo, Abby Van Winkle, and against Chang and Hughes. It's 8-8 in the third set. Simo taking the first one with Van Winkle, 21-18, and then overtime, 29-27, going to Hughes and Chang. Now it is 8-8 and a barn burner on center court.
You haven't called out the most obvious appearance of that match. UCLA versus USC.
Oh, a tale as old as time.
There's always a backstory.
Yes, there's deep-rooted history.
As we prepare for the second set, Evan and Alison up 1-0, but coming out to serve as we reset the court is Ryan Wilcox, the former Gaucho at 6'2". Tough serve, saved by the side by Cory. Oh, trap set, and you know that could have been a lot of hurt if Alison unloaded at full strength.
I'm all for leading your partners in sets and in digs, but right now, if I'm Bourne and Wilcox, just keep the ball off 2 feet. You're athletic enough and good enough to still have a powerful swing and shot up and around the block, even if the ball is 2 feet off the net. That's okay.
Service there ties up and ones. Break for the side of Bourne and Wilcox. Unforced error for unforced error. Tag in the end line I saw, but we'll see. Actually, Evan, look at that. I love the sportsmanship by Alison.
Alison is a class act. Take notes, people. Sportsmanship, a class act, gives credit where credit is due.
He's just a huge, well, I guess woolly mammoth, but he's a teddy bear.
He is a teddy bear.
2-1 after that service ace by Try. Cory going cross body. Cory's got some serious hops, Vic.
He really does. That hang time in the air from Evan Cory, it is a very impressive.
You know, volleyball doesn't make ESPN top 10. They're the top 10 plays of the night. But I do recall Evan Cory got on one years ago back at Lincoln Memorial. He got a set to the right side and literally blasted this ball and hammered into the ceiling almost straight up and straight down. Yes, there were defenders and a block at the net too. Overpass, step back and bomb Bourne, but Evan Cory turns on the defensive mode, and Alison tipping his hat off to Evan.
Twice now in this ball game. Alison saying that young gun back there playing some unreal defense.
Scores tied at 3s. Cory's serving is like pinpoint accurate. Big block up top by Alison, and the no-looky cookie, and Try smiles across the net to Alison, and Alison reciprocates.
And that's what this game is about, right? It is a fun...
He's still laughing, pointing at Try. Oh gosh, he's such a great personality for the game.
Just playing with joy out there.
Forced serve to 3, excellent serve by Try, but a better up by Cory, and wiping it off the block and out of play is Cory. 4-4.
Great high swing there from Cory, utilizing that block to his advantage. At the younger levels, they tend to shy away from it, but I try and coach my kids saying, hey, when you see a block in front of it, you use it to your advantage, attack those hands.
Good ball put up by Wilcox on the right side, and look at that. The wall of shame comes up. Alison put it back.
Yeah, showing us exactly how he was an Olympian and many wins on the Brazilian tour.
Well, he went up spread, closed his arms in the middle, and piked over. And going over the shoulder with a no-looky cookie, Bourne.
Yeah, great cut shot. Carving that ball up and over, but it's his spacing from the ball and from the net that gives him the opportunity to do that.
Really working Evan in that area 1. But Evan delivering, just cuts it down the line, 6-5.
Yeah, what these athletes do so well, they make it look easy, but when they're coming into set, they're kind of in a crouched position. So their legs are loaded, their knees and elbows are both coiled, and their knees and elbows release the ball at the same time. So pay attention to that when teams are setting in system.
Broken play, resulting in a free ball. Alison somehow putting a backspin winner on it.
Because he can.
7 serving to 5. He's just got every single shot to get it done, doesn't he?
He sure does. Sees the court.
Somehow got it through. Wilcox, that was a trap set.
Yeah, Wilcox is really good at running that fast tempo offense. So that's where he excels, is the faster tempo to the pin, or maybe a quick set in the middle for Wilcox. He's really has a fast arm swing and gets his feet to the ball pretty well. So that's where he excels.
Yeah, my video feed is down. I'm reading the chat board. CC Man 101, has Wilcox had a hair out of place since junior high? Cory goes against the grain, but picked up by Wilcox on the cover. Over dig. Going to that soft cutty is Ryan Wilcox. 7-7 on the turn. And then AVP needs more streams. It said, confirmed his hair does not age. I think if we can't have heckling courtside, we'll have it on the crowd zone. You need a little fun and humor here in beach volleyball. That's what makes it so fun.
It's all part of the culture.
7-7, Bourne back to serve. And Bourne serves it into the net. Wait, are you liking this rhythm we're seeing between these teams right now? Is it? Hey, what's the vibe that you're feeling on it?
Yeah, right now in the second set, I mean, it's early on, right? So plenty of ball game left, but I think both teams are looking to earn in transition. So neither one of them has gone on a big serving run, because just like that, they're both siding out first ball at a high percentage.
Wow, Evan and Alison went double line defense on that. And where does Wilcox hit it? Down the line, but in the probably only available area down the line. He had full angle available and serves that one in the net.
Wilcox tossed a little bit low, dropped his elbow on that serve. But that's that fast tempo that he likes, right? So it's pushing the envelope with that quick toss and hit, but gotta create that spacing a little bit.
AVP needs more streams. We are here for great volleyball, great heckling, and great jokes. I love it. I love it. The sun's beginning to peek through here, and you can feel an instant change in the temperature when the sun hits you.
Oh yes, that marine layer is burning off here in classic fashion. 72 degrees.
High ball in the middle, and Wilcox is there in the pickup of that shot by Alison. And the way he sold me, he was coming in and he was going to hurt someone, and then he just knuckled it.
He's a teddy bear.
He was selling like he's going to like murder something. 10-9. Two ball, D9, but saved almost.
Clamping into that seam. And over on center court, it's Simo and Van Winkle with the victory. We'll be moving on to play Flint and Scholes later this afternoon.
Two ball attack by Bourne goes into the net. That brings us to 12-9 at the technical timeout. There is so much happening that we could talk about. Where would you like to go, Vic?
Yeah, well, I mean, Simo and Van Winkle beat Hughes and Chang 15-10 in a third set.
You know, I was speaking to some of the coaches and former players in one of the VIP boxes last night, and they're talking about Simo Van Winkle. Like, you got to watch out for this team. This team is legit.
They are. It is very fun to watch them, and they've been having quite the season as well. Looking over winning an elimination match, Katie Spieler, Tori Van Witten. Those two are cousins. East Beach is where they call home in Santa Barbara. They won a nail biter that went 3-15 to 8. They'll live to see another match here on Saturday, beating Heather Friesen and Nikki Yardley.
Or the former Nikki Reinking.
Correct. Kleinman and Ross beating Macy Jerger, Megan Rice in 2 sets on the elimination side. Plenty of action in and around the courts.
And it's definitely filling up here. The piers beginning to fill up. All the courts are filling up. A lot of vendors here at Manhattan Beach. Stadium court. You got the Gucci crowd up top in the VIP tent with their cocktails in hand, switching sides. It's a great seat. You come watch the outer courts and go turn back in, refresh your cocktail, and watch stadium court action. And then have food served to you as well. Tough serve, big bad pass by Bourne, but he recovers. A falling block by Alison somehow goes back over the net, and wiping off the block is trying. That was pretty funny because Alison went up, started pulling, and he just put both his hands up, fading away, and got a touch and forced the ball back on a try and Ryan's side.
I just want to touch on the fact of sportsmanship here between Avery and Alison. So much respect between the two athletes. They keep smiling across the net because they know it's a battle and they're just playing with joy.
Oh gosh, that was a bombing run by Alison across court. And he had a little on the end of it.
There's nothing you can do. A good swing is a good swing, and you gotta just tip your hat to that.
He's a big dude that likes to get dirty. A blocker, look at his legs, they're like muddy. Tries gonna take a swing, and he chops a great dig by Cory. Cory on the joust, and Try not only gives him the ball, but at least 5 different words to say, "Get out of my house."
Cory smiling across that too. Seems to be friendly banter. But that was a great dig from Evan Cory, reading that down the line. One-handed scoop dig. But Avery being able to clamp down on that block.
Oh gosh, Evan Cory got stuck, uncommitted, and he had to end up sticking a hand up to try and keep the ball in play. That seam served by Try Bourne had a lot of pace on it. Perfect right there in that 5-6 seam.
Yeah, Bourne putting the pedal to the metal at the service line, trying to get Alison and Cory out of system. That serve going a bit wide, but it's that ace to error ratio that you always have to talk about with your partner. Okay, where are we looking at? Am I a green light server? Are we pushing the limit here? Are you gonna be the yellow light server that's more consistent in hitting the areas?
Great movement on that serve by Alison. Oh, excellent cover by Evan. Great dig by Ryan. And Ryan using the mammoth to get his kill to make it 13-14.
Yeah, Wilcox being able to hang in the air just a bit longer there on that transition play. Using that big block out in front of him. Sometimes it feels like you're gonna swing and hit out, but when that blocker is 6'8" across from you, you'll catch some hands.
That over dig picked up by Alison, and Ryan Wilcox stepped in, took a bullet, and it came over the net. And you can hear it, Coach Travis Mewurder encouraging his boys. He's in bringing back the South since he's moving to Tallahassee for Florida State. He's like, that's my boys. Scores tied at 14s at the switch. Wilcox confidently swinging on that jump serve, but it misses about a foot long. 15-14. Loving the engagement in the crowd zone. You're catching some good laughs. I'm like silent because I'm laughing. Oh, Bourne tries to do a little showboat, and the ball falls through his hands. He's trying to fake the attack to hold Alison.
You know, sometimes you just gotta say, why not?
Alison's smiling at him.
Yes.
16 serving 14. Wilcox wipes it high off the block. And just so when Alison goes up, he takes so much area, and then he spreads his fingers.
Right, he's making those adjustments in real time because he's watching his attacker and the shoulder and hand of his attacker, so he's able to adjust his hands in real time.
Good serve by Bourne. Alison unleashing the beast within. My goodness.
The fans clapping for that one. You can see the fans on the pier.
He's got to register those guns. It's like there's such a pop off the ball when he swings. Bourne on 2, just goes to off speed over Alison, who has to get there as he's appreciating his serve from the service line.
Yeah, great play there from Avery, being able to see that short pocket open.
16-17, Wilcox cross court. Wow, just missed inches wide. I feel like they're just a few errors out from being a top team.
Yeah, they're finding the rhythm, right? Bourne and Wilcox, it's a new team. Bourne teaming up with some young blood. Wilcox had a career. There's that tempo set he likes at UC Santa Barbara. Cory.
Cory, the Cajun Crush or the Bayou Bomber, whatever you want to call him, he put that thing away.
He sure did. Dig to transition kill again for Evan Cory, scooping that ball up. And what a set in transition from Alison, perfectly placed on his right shoulder. But one thing that athletes do at this level, maybe the set isn't where you want it to be, but they get their feet to the ball and they keep the spacing between them and the ball.
1969 is waiting for that timeout to be called. That's the biggest lead between the two here in the set. And Bourne and Wilcox needing to force a third set tiebreak.
Sorry, I meant to say try, not Avery. We've talked a lot of volleyball here since 8 a.m. A lot of games under our belt.
I'm just laughing at the engagement in the crowd zone. Well, someone messaged me. I don't know if that's a good thing. But right now, it is becoming even more festive here. There's an excellent crowd. I know you can hear that. I'm not just saying it. Really is a great crowd down here. The weather is nice, and people are really enjoying themselves here, getting into the match. And why not? We've got 4 great athletes here on the court at the Manhattan Beach Open.
Exactly, and all these athletes battling for a piece of that $300,000 in prize money to be divvied up between the men and women here. Quite the payday at the historical Manhattan Beach Open. You win the Open, you get your name on the Manhattan Beach Pier, cemented in history. The California landmark.
Gosh, we are going to have an elimination match here in our next matchup at 11. Well, supposed to be 11. We'll see what happens. And I'll let you know who that's going to be, but let's finish this one here. No look back set, and Alison. Wow, just getting big and piking.
Running away with the match here with a huge stuff block and a possible match point.
Serving to 16, that's match point Evan Cory. Back to serve, off the cable. And try Bourne, sending one to bounce town.
A quick arm swing from Bourne there. He had a big step close inside to that set and then cut it quick cross body. $17 serving to match point number 2.
Bourne goes towards Alison. Good serve.
Line, come on.
Alison rolls it down the line. Wilcox gets it in anticipation of that roller. And looking and pounding is Evan Cory as they take the second match, 21-17, and the match 2 sets to 0 here in our Manhattan Beach Open matchup. Vic, thoughts on our elimination match?
Yeah, defense again from Cory and Alison. 3 blocks from Alison, 5 digs from Cory, just within set number 2. So very impressive from them to create that spread on their side and just earn points in transition. Bourne and Wilcox played a great game. They're still finding that rhythm together as a team. They just won AVP Virginia. So a lot of more volleyball we can expect from Bourne and Wilcox.
Well, with the finish for Tri Bourne and Ryan Wilcox, only their second event together, not bad to get a 9th at the Manhattan Beach Open.
Not bad at all.
After claiming a victory in the AVP Virginia Beach Contender, not a bad finish, and expect a lot from those two. But coming up next here on court number 1 on our stream, courtesy of Bally Live. It didn't refresh on my screen, but we do know we got Logan Weber and Hagen Smith, and they will be facing off against, I do not have it on my chart here. Do you have it, Vic?
It's loading for me, but they'll be up here in about 10 minutes.
Let's see if we can find out from a referee. You know, do we know who's coming on the court next? It's only one team, but where's the other team? To our live streaming, this is a professional setup here, but do we care about the referees? This we've got Dave Andmere in front of us.
So Smith and Weber will play the winner of Budinger Evans and Merrick.
Dylan Merrick?
Yes.
And, all right, well, we'll have to get back
and
to you on that
Lev
one.
Prima.
Lev Prima and Dylan Merrick is who they're playing?
They'll play the winner of that match. It will be an elimination match.
Well, they got like 2 minutes to get here.
Budinger and Evans have set point.
Wow, so they're coming right over here? That's a quick turnaround.
Minutes between the games? Okay.